Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, back with another speed build. This is the speed build of the Misery-inspired cabin. Yesterday I released the Misery-inspired characters, and just to give you guys another update about what Misery is in case you missed the video yesterday. So Misery is a 1990 film based off a Stephen King novel of the same name, and it's about basically this person named, I believe her name's Annie in the movie. It's about her kidnapping this famous author who she's a very big fan of and basically keeping him locked up, you know, breaking his legs, all this horrific stuff, and forcing him to like write, you know, stories for her about this character that she really loves. So I kind of took inspiration from that for this, you know, this build and the characters I released yesterday. The characters that I created are Rebecca, who is the kidnapper, I guess you could call her, and Jean, who is the author who Rebecca is keeping in her basement and is forcing her to write novels for her. So this is kind of a twisted story, I know, but I really wanted to create a build that was like creepy, and I don't know, I just wanted to do something that had like a backstory to it, like some sort of underlying eeriness, basically. So this is the cabin where where Rebecca lives and keeps Jean in her basement. It's a very, very small cabin. There's actually really no like living space or anything like that. There's a kitchen, a bathroom, and then a bedroom, and then there's the basement. So there's really no living space or dining space or anything like that. But kind of what I figured is maybe this is like meant to be like a fishing cabin or like a hunting cabin. It's not really a cabin that's meant to be lived in long term, but Rebecca happens to live here long term because she's like a loner and she wants to live out in the middle of nowhere, and this is pretty much her only option. So this is the cabin that she lives in. So here I'm just putting in some tiles for the bathroom, just kind of putting in my wallpaper. I really like how this cabin looks in the end. I don't think I'd ever live here just because it's so cramped and obviously very creepy space, considering what happens. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the aesthetic of it is pretty nice in the end. Let me know if you guys would like to see any sort of playthrough of this, because I'm probably going to play this in my free time, just this story about this kidnapped author and her in captivity and her trying to like escape and all that stuff. But it'll probably be kind of a dark story, so I don't know if you guys want to necessarily watch that, but we'll see how it goes. But here I'm just decorating the bathroom, keeping it pretty simple. I put that wreath above the bathtub because I thought that, I don't know, I felt like Rebecca's wreath girl, I guess. And then here I'm just setting up the kitchen. So I kind of figured that this place would be pretty old-fashioned. I kind of like the idea of Rebecca, while this is in modern times, Rebecca is someone who doesn't like modern technology. So she lives very old-fashioned, and she doesn't have any like computers or internet or a cell phone or anything like that. And that would also in addition make Jean's escape from this place really hard, because she doesn't have like anyone, she can't like call anyone or contact anyone, like she has to completely rely on herself to get out of here. I'm not sure how an escape story would play through like in The Sims, just considering like the limitations of the gameplay. A lot of it would just be imagination, I guess. It's like, I mean, unless there's like some sort of like kidnapped mod, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll look into it, but let me know if you guys would like to see a playthrough. And let me know if you have any suggestions, recommendations, anything you want to see me build, any characters you want to see me build, whether they be fantasy fiction characters, real people. Real people is hard for me though. I've never tried to like make someone that looked like someone else. I'm not sure if I'd be good at that kind of thing, but I'd be willing to try. So if you guys want to, you know, if you have any suggestions or recommendations, let me know. Yeah. So here I am. This is her bedroom slash just living space in general. I like the bed right by the archway so that if Jean ever escaped and came up the stairs, that a sleeping Rebecca would like be facing the arch and definitely see her come up. So that's one of the little things I put in there, like I don't know, planning how like all these obstacles for Jean. I put a lot of thought into like how things would be placed and different things that would alert Rebecca to Jean's escape and all this stuff. So put a bag by the door for, I don't know, just Rebecca to grab on her way out the door. Put a skull under her desk, so maybe she's like done this before to someone else, I don't know. A little side table by her bed, and then let's see, like even you see even the lights I chose are pretty old-fashioned. I chose mainly like candles and gas lamps and that kind of thing. So I wanted her walls to be like decorated with like memorabilia or like any sort of thing that had anything to do with Jean, like newspaper clippings, maybe like old receipts that Jean threw away. Like definitely Rebecca's been stalking her for a while and she's definitely obsessed with her. So she has like all this stuff on her wall that all has to do with Jean, be it like pictures of her family, pictures of places she used to live, just like everything on her walls in my head was like somehow tied to Jean. So this person's definitely obsessive and a little bit, you know, cuckoo, but that's what I think makes her character really interesting. And then I'm gonna put in a rug. Let's see what rug I choose. I don't quite remember. I believe I go with like a dark reddish one. Yeah, that rug. And then I'm gonna put in like an old-timey TV and just a chair for Rebecca to sit in and watch the TV. I figured she'd be like watching like the news and seeing like if anyone's catching on to her, or she'd be watching, I don't know, just basically anything. And I gave her a typewriter on her desk because I figured maybe she's like a wannabe author, but she never was able to like really do it or produce good work, and that's part of why she's so obsessed with Jean, is how like good of an author Jean is. Really makes her like low-key super jealous and super like obsessed with her. This is a really dark story. The more I'm talking about it, it's just definitely not my usual content, I guess, like kidnapped people in their basements and like all this shit. I don't know. Anyways, I am putting in, let's see, a dresser because she, you know, needs to put her clothes somewhere. And then I'm gonna decorate the walls again on this side with some more stuff, more you know, newspaper clippings and all that stuff. Put a pile of mail on top of the TV, so maybe she has like unanswered bills. Maybe she is collecting mail from Jean's old mailbox, something like that. And then I put this wall of Polaroids, and I'm gonna cover up some of them just to make it look like a, I don't know, like a mind palace kind of deal. I don't know. So I'm just gonna put this like all these like papers on top of it and stuff like that. And I thought that this really looked like she was definitely obsessing and planning something and collecting information about Jean and all that stuff. Going back, putting a lot of milk in the kitchen because for some reason a lot of horror movies use milk as like a trope for like an evil person. So I was like, okay, maybe she has a lot of milk. And then here I'm putting scratch marks on the wall, like someone was like scratching the wall as they're like being dragged down to the basement, something like that. Put a clock on the wall. And then in this corner I put a stool, and then I put a bat against the wall because I like the idea of her sitting there with the bat, like in case Jean comes up, so she's like guarding. I put a lot of thought to this. I don't know what to say. So this is Jean's room, I guess you could call it. So there's a bathroom down here for her because I figured I don't know, I just figured she needed a bathroom of her own, I guess. So this is just a bathroom, just a toilet and a sink. So she's gonna get stinky because there's no shower for her to access. Unless, I don't know, maybe Rebecca like gives her sponge baths or something, I don't know. More scratch marks on the wall, like she was like dragged down the stairs. This is so dark, I don't know. Let me know if you guys are disturbed by this, and I'll never make content like this again, I'm sorry. But here's her desk with a typewriter where Rebecca forces her to write stories for her, putting in just a shelf with just some doodads, knickknacks, making this seem like a basement that Rebecca has definitely used. Putting in just random stuff. I put like a videotape up there. Maybe it's like a videotape of like a clue of like who Rebecca is and all this stuff. Books and stuff, probably all of Jean's past works as an author because Rebecca's obsessed with her writing. So maybe the basement's just full of her books and stuff. As you can see, I put scratch marks above the bed over there, and then I'm gonna put a wreath above the bed. I don't know, wreath iconography throughout this build, I guess. Putting in another little closet because she, I don't know, needs storage or clothes or something like that. And then on this, I'm just gonna put a radiator, and then above it, let's see, I forgot what I put above it. I believe it's just a painting or something like that. Maybe it's like a painting of like Jean's old family, something like that. Or like Rebecca's old family, who knows. And then just putting in, I moved this teddy bear upstairs actually because I thought it'd be more fitting for Rebecca to have a teddy bear of her own. And then let's see, just putting in some little details here and there. put some stuff under the bed to make the space look used. This really is like a set. I feel like this could definitely be like a movie set, the way it's all set up. Just put a little table outside for, I don't know, just a little bit decoration. And yeah, that is the build. I added these top-down screenshots for you guys to see. I feel like I'll add in top-down screenshots in all my new builds, because I feel like that way you guys can also see like the layout rather than just like the interior screenshots. But yeah, here are the interior screenshots. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this build. Check out the character build that I released yesterday. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I might be doing more builds like inspired by movies or plot lines that already exist, just because there's so many interesting things you could do with that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.